Hello, true believers. We are here at Multiverse Corps Comics, Miami's premier comic book store. I'm Jay with Cosplay fame, and today I'm interviewing the lovely and talented Drake Bell. Drake, it's a pleasure to have you here today.
Oh, thank you, Jay. How's it going?
It's going great. So I want to start off, as a West Coast guy, what is something the 305 does better than LA?
Nothing.
Straight up, just nothing.
No.
Okay, fair enough.
I mean, I love it here. It's great. But,
What about the
what
food?
does LA do better than Miami? Nothing,
You
right?
know what?
Right?
I've
See?
never
You
been
gotta-
there,
We're
so-
biased, you see? So,
Fair enough. Okay. So I know you've done a lot of voice acting, and you've done a lot of work as SpiderMan, Disney Infinity. You did the show for years. Do you feel a certain connection to Peter Parker and Spider-Man as a character?
oh, absolutely. I mean, I grew up reading the comics. I'm a huge comic nerd, so being able to watch the show and see such an iconic character that you grew up with your voice it's kind of mind-boggling, but I don't know. I feel like when I'm doing the voice and I'm Peter Parker, I don't really have to stretch very much. Like, it really is. We have so many similarities in our tone and like our comedy and like the way that we just talk and interact with people. It's really not like acting. You know what I mean?
It's really close to home for you.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
Other than like spinning webs, I can't do that.
You could try.
Yeah, I could try. It'll look very stupid. But.
And so I know you've been doing a lot of work for Kingdom Hearts lately. So are you specifically just a comic nerd, or are you into geek culture as a whole?
I mean, I'm into geek culture, definitely. But it's more. I'm probably more selective. Like, I'm not. For example, like, I'm not like a crazy Marvel or DC fan. Like, I like more like indie comics and like Dark Horse and
Okay.
like Drawn Quarterly and like things like Scott Klaus, like all these like different sort of kind of indie.
So not the
Cool.
mainstream.
Yeah, not the mainstream, but I'm definitely a nerd at heart, for sure.
So going into your music, I know you've got a new single out, Fuego Lento. What was it like singing in Spanish?
It's awesome. I mean, I do a lot of touring all over Latin America. For some reason, I don't know. I put out a record a couple years ago, and it just really resonated down there. And we started getting to go down there and cultivate a lot of the fans and really connect with them out there. And so I've done tons of touring all over Latin America for the past few years. And so I do cover songs in Spanish, like at my concerts, and the reaction was just so explosive. And being down in those areas, you're just completely inundated with like that culture and the music and that. And I'm going to concerts out there, and we'll play these big festivals, and so we're getting to become familiar with a lot of the Latin artists and seeing what they're doing on stage and the reactions of the audience, and it's just so fun and entertaining that I'm like, that's something that I definitely wanted to do a little more of, and more original, instead of just doing
Okay.
covers and stuff. So the fans have been digging it so far. Yeah.
That's awesome. And as for your genre, I see you do a lot of, different things. Do you see yourself, connecting, more Latin music or more hip hop?
I mean, everything. I mean, I've got some more Latin stuff coming out. I have a whole slew of like trap and hip hop and more urban stuff that I've been working with, like Tank God, who did Post Malone's Rockstar, Cassius Clay, who did a bunch of Rich the Kid, just a bunch of different really cool artists and producers that, like the whole Xanarchy crew and Diablo, and it's just, I don't like to be pigeonholed because everything I listen to is so eclectic,
Right.
like we'll be in the car and I'll go from some trap music to rock, classic rock and roll, to like 50s rock and roll, to, some Brazilian Astrid Gilberto, João Gilberto, kind of thing, and it's just all over the place musically. So I did, and then the country music, everything, So I don't know. I think it's cool now that we're all. Anyway, it's more of like a singles-driven business right now, so it allows me to be able to do really whatever I want musically, instead of going, okay, I'm working on this album right now, and this is the vibe, and this is what everything has to sound like. So if we get a song like Fuego Lento, or we get a song that's more trap or urban or more rock and roll or more pop, then you kind of are stuck going, oh, I can't I can't put that on this record. I have to put that over here, maybe release that later on a different project. And then it just becomes this whole, mess when really you just sit back and go, wait a minute, I'm independent. I don't have a label. I don't have A&R guys telling me what to do. I can do whatever I want.
Right.
So, I just finished this cover of Gucci Gang. I'll release it tomorrow. I just finished this awesome song that I'm so excited about, but there's no album in the works to put it on. Well, we'll just release it as a single. And there's no company or guy with a big cigar in his suit in an office saying, no, you can't put that out, and this is what we're putting out for you, and this is what we see you as, and this is how we want your album covers to look, and this is how we want your albums to sound. And there's nobody doing that. So it's basically like, sweet, I got something cool that I want to give to my audience, and I can directly give it to them directly. And then they can talk to me with like social media and everything. They're my A&R guys. They're, instead of somebody from a label coming in and telling you what to do, you have your fans going, okay, well, this song got this many listens, and this song got this many listens, and this song got tweeted about this much, and this song got, comments on Instagram this much. Well, there's my A&R guys, so let's do some more stuff like that, and let's move some more stuff. So you can really, it's just much more free,
Okay. And one more question before we go. What has been your most memorable experience with music in your life?
There's so many. Probably the opportunities to work with the people that I've grown up just idolizing and admiring in the business. Being able to make a record with Brian Setzer, who's my all-time favorite guitar player. That's like somebody being able to, sit down and write a comic book with Stan Lee or something. It's
Right.
just like you can't even believe that you're in a project day after day with the person that you're playing guitar because of. It's like everything I did, dressing and guitar, everything is Brian Setzer. So to be able to work with him was amazing. And just moments like that, like, you just find yourselves in situations like yesterday I was hanging out with Louis Fonsi, and it's like, I'm such a huge fan, and now I'm like in these areas, because I'm still fanatical and get starstruck, even I've met everybody under the sun and everybody, all that. But if I dig what you do, and I'm in the same room, I'm just like, don't be stupid, don't say anything dumb, just be cool. So I'd say the most memorable things are just being able to work with people like that you're just like, I can't believe I have this opportunity. It's so amazing.
Well, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
I definitely agree. So thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
For being here. Again,
course.
we are at Multiverse Corps Comics. A big thank you to them. A thank you to you for being here today. I'm Jay. You can find me at Snarky J Cosplay. You can find all of Drake's music on Spotify, Apple Music.
Everywhere music's sold, and Drake Bell on all the social media, so Twitter, Instagram, and wherever else.
And once again, this interview is by Cosplay. Cosplay Fame. You can find us at COSPLAYFAME. Thank you again,
Awesome,
Drake.
yeah, thank you so much.